Ooh, baby, 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 baby. Oh shit! That hurt my fucking chin hair.
Chin pubes?
If anyone knew, like, what the setup of this fucking show was and how amateur it looks, literally one of the iPods is held up by a tin can.
It's actually a candle, a votive holder.
That's still weak, dude.
So I just busted out that shit?
Are we live?
And it's definitely the first time I've ever said that.
Oh, no mercy. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I forgot about that.
It's not this
What's up, K-Dog?
Oh, we have a viewer already.
Yeah, K-Dog in the house.
Oh, Kevin is back.
Congrats, by the way, on your engagement.
How have you not learned yet?
He got engaged.
You got engaged?
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Big K-Dog got engaged.
Wow. Who's the Mrs. K-Dog?
Who's Mrs. K-Dog?
That sounds weird, right?
Yeah, it does. What up, bitches? We're going to start here.
We're just getting set up.
Very early.
Thursday.
Thursday, too.
10 o'clock before
Rare.
10:30. We never do this.
And we don't have to preview anything, and we don't have to review anything today. It's nice. It's fabulous.
It's fan-fucking-tabulous.
Fabulous.
Yeah. All right, guys. We're going to go live with
This is Kato kills it.
We're going to go live with our real episode
Just
here.
keeps it 100,
Making
baby.
place. If you guys have never joined us before, I know Kevin has. It looks like we got 7 people watching us on Periscope right now.
Vladimir Kozlov?
This is called the Wretched Wrestling Podcast. We are
What it do?
not very optimistic about pretty much anything.
And we're not very professional.
No, we're very unprofessional.
This is weekly,
This
yes.
microphone is the most professional
This
thing
is
we
weekly.
have. And sometimes it doesn't even work, so it kind of goes in line with the rest of the show.
And usually it's on a
Friday or Saturday, but
it's on a Friday or Saturday. Usually Friday. We're doing this on a rare Thursday, folks.
yeah, I took the whole week off, so I don't need to go and do anything tomorrow. So.
That's all right.
I
I got it early tomorrow, so I'm good.
Oh, well, aren't you fucking special? All right, we're going to go...
Special.
Okay. Well, we're going to go live with our real episode. If you guys can't stay and watch the whole thing, please check us out on iTunes, Google Play, or Podomatic. And if you prefer to watch the video stream, you could watch the replay on Facebook, you can watch the replay on Periscope, or if Fred ever gets to doing it, you can watch it on YouTube.
What do you mean? I just put the last episode on YouTube.
Just. That was the key word there. Just.
I did it on, Tuesday.
Okay. It was after Raw and SmackDown.
All right, can we just get on with this?
All right. I'm starting off the show with a little... I'm trying to get Fred a little riled up here.
God damn. No shots of Fireball tonight. Well, we don't... Maybe. We don't know yet.
What's up, Real Jet Dude?
Maybe I should bring it over just in case.
Yeah, fuck. The shot glasses are upstairs. Do you know where that... Oh, yeah. We have dirty ones.
Shit, I have to work tomorrow.
Oh, goddamn. Who's the asshole who said no Fireball tonight? Kevin? Come on, K-Dog.
K-Dog said it. No, this is for K-Dog's engagement.
Alright, this is for you, K-Dog. God damn it.
Olale, arriba la raza. It's for K-Dog. It's for our loyal fans.
Alright, don't fill it to the top this time.
Alright, you little bitch.
No, last time you had it, literally, I couldn't pick it up without it spilling everywhere.
Can't pick up your bowels.
Yeah, that's what your mother said.
Cheers!
Alright, cheers to Kevin Doherty and his,
Lovely little folks.
terrible life decision.
You fucker.
I only laugh because you laughed mid-shot. No, seriously, congrats, Kevin. All right, we're going to go live now. We wasted a lot of time here in the pre-show.
Put this thing closer so I can see it.
This one, you can't see that?
I know, I have bad sight.
This one is smaller, and you can't
But it's
see that.
right here.
Oh, my God. I don't want it on the live feed. I want it, on the screen. All right, there. Is that good for you?
Yes. Oh, that's good. Okay. All right, let's start it.
All right. Oh, that
Already messing up the goddamn intro to the WWP Wretched Wrestling Podcast, episode 59.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast!
Hey there, Homer, how you doing?
Homer.
This is Alex Jones here reporting instead of Fred Robinson tonight.
I hope Alex Jones dies, and I meant this one.
I hope you own a pet frog, and I hope it turns gay.
Forgot my water. All right, guys, welcome back to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast, episode 59. Guys, we've got so much things to talk about. Yeah, sorry, that sounded terrible. But, dude, I mean...
What do we do?
We've got a whole docket of information that we need to share with you. Not really information, but our thoughts and opinions and... all that kind of
notes.
Yeah. I'm a little off today, Fred. We're recording on a rare Thursday night. We've only done this a couple times. I think you could call it a Thursday special edition, Fred.
A Thursday special edition, courtesy of the Backyard Brawls Association.
Yep. Reference that only we get. No, that's it.
That's it.
All right. Well, guys.
We do have to say this because we want to make money. The shill of the week of the day.
Shill of the day.
We do have a sponsorship with Gamefly.com. And if you could sign up with GameFlyOffer.com/WWP, you get a free month of GameFly.com, which I actually am using, Craig, for realsies.
Yeah, me too.
I just got in the mail Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered.
Oh.
Like the original Modern Warfare.
The original. I would have gotten that one if they did Modern Warfare 2, because that was my favorite.
I think they do have that. Like, they do have different Modern Warfares, so you should be able to do that. But anyway, I just got it, and you can get a free 30-day trial.
Yeah,
sign up, and then you can literally cancel it the next day. But it helps us because we get money, and then we can make the show better for you guys.
Well, or depending
or
on,
worse.
Yeah, right. I was just gonna say that.
You can help us buy more Fireball.
Depending on how you actually think our show is, it might actually be worse. So, guys, we've got a ton. Is Jamie gone for good?
I don't know who the fuck Jamie is.
Who are we talking about? Jamie Noble? Is he gone?
Jamie Noble, boy!
What do you guys think about Shelton being in a tag team? Well, that's on our docket here, guys. So this week we had the WWE return of Shelton Benjamin.
We're not talking about Game of Thrones. So get the fuck out of here.
Oh, God. Jamie Lannister?
Really? We're talking about Game of Thrones, people? No, we're talking about wrestling
We're talking about the Wretched Wrestling of the week.
Yeah. Yes. And, so the big news, I guess, of this week is that we don't have to preview or recap the pay-per-views.
Yes!
Finally.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking finally. We can actually talk about probably the main thing that happened on wrestling this week was the amazing, well, I don't know if it was amazing. We'll talk about that. This most significant promo that ever hit WWE in years. I think it was... I don't know. It was Roman Reigns squared off against John Cena.
Well, I mean, I thought we were going into Shelton Benjamin, but okay.
We can talk about Shelton Benjamin.
We had somebody ask us about that. But
okay.
I mean, I think the Roman Cena thing, we're going to have a lot of time to talk about that, so we should definitely address that maybe next. So let's talk about Shelton Benjamin first. So, I mean, when was the last time he was in WWE? I can't really remember off the top of my head, but...
I don't know. I loved his... I loved him and Big Mama. That was my favorite.
Big Mama.
Besides the world's greatest tag team, I loved Big Mama.
I think I was at Big Mama's pay-per-view debut, and it was I believe it was Shelton Benjamin versus Viscera in an impromptu pay-per-view match. Yeah, it's fucking...
Damn, right?
A lot of comments coming in on Periscope.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of comments all the time, so please, if we ignore you for a minute, just be patient with us, please.
Yeah. So, Fred, what do you think of Shelton Benjamin's return? And apparently, he's just going to replace Jason Jordan.
It's funny. It's like he left WWE for several years, but there ain't no stopping him. No, there ain't no stopping him now.
No.
So I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. It's something it's the fact that it just seems weird that Jason Jordan and Shelton Benjamin, when it clearly should be... No, I'm sorry. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin are teaming together, when it clearly should be Jason Jordan. It just, doesn't sit well with me. Shelton Benjamin's so much more, bigger than him and stuff like that. And I think what they're trying to do, correct me if I'm wrong, Craig, is they're trying to do the gimmick that they did in NXT with Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, where Gable kind of
they can't trust each other at first?
No, well, it's he annoys him to the fact, he annoys him into this tag team.
Oh, so you think Chad Gable's going to annoy Shelton Benjamin?
Not that he's
but he might in the future.
It's not annoying him, but he's it's the world's gayest tag team, or whatever.
Did he say that?
He said something like that.
God.
Someone tell me what the name of that was. He made like a name. Well, he set it off of. He made a spin off the world's greatest tag team. If someone can help me.
The thing that bothered me though was that, like when I saw American Alpha for the first time in NXT, a couple years ago, and like they were doing that thing you were just talking about. They were doing like, Jason Jordan was a little embarrassed to be with Chad Gable.
Yeah,
like he was just kind of there, but then they became this tag team, and then like they kind of became basically a clone of World's Greatest Tag Team. You've got the really technical white guy, and you've got the like high flying, like high powered offense black guy, both amateur wrestlers. And I was like, this is literally the same tag team, just almost 10 years, a little more than 10 years later. Team Angle, World's Greatest Tag Team, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
And then for like Jason Jordan getting moved to Raw, and he's got this whole push behind him on Raw with Kurt Angle. But then Jason Jordan just kind of left in the dust, and I was like, this is going to be good for Jason Jordan. He had a great match against AJ Styles a couple weeks ago.
We keep calling him Jason Jordan.
Sorry,
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable. Yeah, we're going to keep
that should be bad if we keep forgetting his name.
Right, well, it is a terrible name, Chad Gable.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I was really happy for him.
I'm sure that's his real name, though. So
I was really happy for him. He had that great match with AJ Styles,
right,
and I was like, oh, nice. He's going to have a nice, cool singles career out of this. He's going to be like that super good underdog who's like a really good technical wrestler, but like, he just comes short with the big guys because like the big guys like AJ Styles and Kevin Owens are just a little bit better than him.
Yeah, a little more experience, a little more.
Like as years come, he'll start picking up those victories.
Yeah, so I was kind of like almost looking forward to this split of American Alpha as more of like a rather than fuck Jason Jordan. Like he's good, don't get me wrong, but he's not the guy who I really liked. I always liked Chad Gable a little bit more. He's got that crazy technical style that I love, like kind of like Kurt Angle, believe it or not. Oh, I wonder why you should have used him.
Rob guy joined Periscope.
Oh, that Rob guy.
Fucking fat.
No, what I was trying to get at is like I was so happy for like 2 weeks. I'm like, all right, Jason Jordan, they're gonna give him something to do now, and then
Stop calling him Jason Jordan.
God damn it,
dude! Now I'm correcting you. Oh, you're the one that corrects me every fucking week.
I always listen to the podcast and hear my mistakes, and then I'm pissed off that you don't correct me. So I'm happy. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Because I'm sober for once, a little sober.
Gable was finally going to go on his own, do his own thing. Maybe not a big push behind him. He was going to do it, and then they just basically replaced him with the same tag team. And now it's just like World's Greatest American Alpha Team.
They kind
of
yeah.
Like why would they do this? I mean, I love Shelton
Benjamin. They do need tag teams though.
Yeah, they do. You're right. But I thought they were doing a roster change soon. I thought we were getting another roster upheaval.
No, I guess we're not. Or maybe we're gonna wait a little while. I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the original rumor was right after SummerSlam, and that's now. So I guess that isn't happening.
Kevin, you are not forcing us to get drunk this week. This is a rare Thursday. I cannot get drunk for work tomorrow. I took a shot for your engagement.
That's right, he did.
I did.
He did.
I gulped it down my throat for you, buddy.
God damn it.
I poured it straight down.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to swallow. It was great, too. Just gulp, gulp, gulp.
You didn't spit it out, though, did you?
I would never spit any of that out. Like, not a single drop. I was like, straight down my throat.
Oh, my God.
What? I mean, I'm just talking about how I drink shots.
Yeah. Shots of gum in your mouth.
Shots of gum?
Oh, this is what?
What? Dude, what did you say?
Nothing.
What? Fucking Christ, every goddamn time you mumble.
Yeah, no.
And then I gotta say what?
Yeah.
When you say that.
Shelton Benjamin is a phenomenal athlete. I'm sure he could still go at his now, he's been out of the company for a long time, but, he's had many stints around the world. I just think the placement of putting him in an immediate tag team with Chad Gable is just like, it's a little too predictable. You know what I mean? Like, here's what should...
Basically what Kevin's saying on Facebook Live is that they're basically just rehashing the storyline with Jordan and Gable from NXT.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like what they're doing here, only not on like a little bit of a different scale.
The only thing that could possibly redeem this is if Charlie Haas comes back, goes to Raw, and starts tagging with Jason Jordan, and then they fight each other at WrestleMania. Both tag teams. Makes no sense. So Jason Jordan and Charlie Haas versus Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable.
What?
Yes, that's what I want. I want it to make no sense whatsoever.
It might as well not make sense at this point.
And Jackie Gata is the referee.
Alright,
let's move along. Alright, so you wanted to talk about Roman and John Cena, so let's jump into that, Fred.
Well,
take the reins. Fred, take the reins on this one.
Okay, as long as you can see me when I talk about this.
Where'd you go?
Huh?
Oh, well,
we're so cool. So that was like the thing. Wrestling is fake. I think it's fake. I don't remember.
Oh, who said wrestling's fake? Oh, he thinks.
I'm a god, I think. He thinks he's everything. I don't know what's wrong.
Do you end every comment with "I think"?
Yeah, I totally agree with Periscope. He could have been used for the United States title scene down the line for Chad Gable. I agree. I thought that's where they were going with it. Honestly,
Are you talking about Chad Gable or Shelton Benjamin?
No, Chad Gable.
I'm wondering what the guy on Periscope was talking about because he didn't say who.
Okay. Anyway, so the big thing this week was
huge.
The big showdown between Roman Reigns and John Cena. They are wrestling each other at WWE Presents No Mercy. And, Craig, we didn't just get a regular one-on-one promo.
Yeah.
We got a fucking showdown of epic proportions. I don't know how epic, but in this day and age, it's pretty epic. I was almost going to call it maybe compare it to CM Punk's pipe bomb, but I couldn't. I don't want to ruin CM Punk's pipe bomb.
No, don't devalue that at all.
But
please.
my God, what are your thoughts on that? I'm kind of curious how you thought about that. I'm still a little torn, honestly, about how I feel.
Well, the interesting part is that.
I'm just smacking a fucking microphone around.
I'm sorry.
We're acting like we don't give a fuck when you started watching wrestling. We're talking about wrestling now, dude.
Yeah, cool. 90s to 2000.
I started in 1994, so fuck off.
Wow, you have an exact year. I don't know what year. I watched when I was a kid, and then I left and came back in 98, 7, something like that. It's very ish. You can say I was down since day one. Is age.
You were down since day one, and then came back at the day 500.
Yeah. So for this Roman Reigns John Cena thing, I want to say I was conflicted too. But for the most part, this was a very enjoyable segment. Both guys really fucking led into each other. And, shooty. I'm putting that in air quotes for our audio.
Because obviously it wasn't,
Yeah, no, they don't do shoots in wrestling, on WWE anymore.
No.
But this was, portrayed to be a shoot, and this was really well done. I like the line that Cena came out, that Roman Reigns is just basically Cena 2.0, a corporate Cena 2.0.
I didn't like that line.
You didn't like that line?
Because John Cena is a fucking version, a 2.0 version of The Rock. That's in a way, he kind of was. They wanted him to be the next Rock or Stone Cold,
Yeah, but it actually...
That's why a lot of people hated him for many years.
Yeah, well...
I get it, they're trying to make Roman Reigns the next guy after Cena leaves, but I don't see the fucking comparisons between the two.
Okay.
No, I'm just, going over it.
Oh, okay. I mean, Roman had some good lines as well. I can't remember anything off the top of my head, but for the most...
Basically, he went on, he's saying, he buries, Cena buries people when he gets a chance.
Part-timer, throw that in there.
He's a part-timer, I don't really think you're that big of a deal as you think you are.
That's funny. My wife doesn't really watch wrestling. She does, and she doesn't. She tunes in, she tunes out. But it's for, the promos that she always is listening to. She's, doing something in the kitchen. I don't know. She's doing, she's, paying bills or something. And she hears the talking. So when there's a match going on, she doesn't see it. But if she hears it, she listens to this promo, and she's, getting mad at both of them because they're both saying things to each other that you could also say about themselves, which is what you were just saying.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's actually a really good point. And I don't know. This is what they do with Cena and Roman Reigns. When he's
Roman did call him a bitch. Actually,
he did call him a bitch.
That was pretty awesome.
And he got slipped through the censor, and then he said it a second time, and they bleeped it out. So I think that was actually
the first one didn't get caught.
Yeah, so I think that was actually off the cuff. So they didn't catch that in time for the live Raw. But no, what I was gonna say was for at least. When like Cena or Roman get into some kind of program where they're going to face some kind of cool heel, like I always use Edge as an example because I feel like the Edge John Cena feud from many years ago was a really good one. Cena was like just starting to get, I don't know how to say it, maybe not as favorably reacted to as he had beforehand. And Edge was kind of coming up as this cool heel.
Rated R superstar.
Yeah, the Rated R superstar. And so what Edge did, what they would do, and I think Edge was really the first one to do this, and then it kind of took off from there, is that Edge would kind of say smart marky type of stuff, where he would say like, oh, you only know 5 moves of doom, he would get the smart marks behind him by saying these inside terms that real wrestling fans, or smart marks if you want to call them. And like they would do that to get the heel over with the good guy, with the wrestling fans who like those kind of characters.
Right. Basically how people were feeling. Right,
basically how people were feeling. And then, every other wrestler has done it since then. CM Punk did the same thing when he feuded with John Cena.
The Rock, too.
He did it with The Rock. And
Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, they do this with Roman.
They all do the same thing.
And now they're doing this and they're doing this against Roman Reigns as well. Miz, when Miz might have thrown a couple insider terms in his feud, in his whatever. Maybe it was like a one-off match. But it was weird to see them go at it against each other and both use that tactic as faces. And I'm like watching this, I'm like, this is so strange to watch this happen. But I still think it came out. I think it came off on television really good.
I think so. I think
ECW. Sorry, somebody on the comments said that.
Yeah, I do remember that Stone Cold promo from ECW. It was one of the best promos I ever did see, so thank you for that. Anywho, I thought it would have been cool if Roman was instead of him signing the contract, him getting all pissed off and then just being like, then just taking a step back and just being like, you know what? Fuck you, Cena. I don't fucking need this. And just walked out. Just been like, fuck off, Cena. Because I think Cena was trying to get his goat. You know what I mean? Like, at the end, he's like, I'm a better part-timer than you ever will be as a full-timer or whatever he said. And then he got mad, he signed the contract, he flipped the table over. I was almost expecting Roman to kind of just be chill and just be like, fucking deuces, and just fucking leave. And fucking leave and just leave Cena just hanging there. But he signed the contract and whatever, it was fine. They're really loading up this card, but what was I going to say about this all? It was pretty obvious that really Cena is the better promo guy, and obviously murked him with, on the mic. Yeah. I mean, despite Roman having some good lines, I'll give it to Roman there. He did have some good lines, and he did hold his own, and stuff like that. He was cool and collected, but Cena's one of the best on the mic, so he did get owned. Yeah, he kind of put him in his place, but at the same time, Roman held his own. Respectably. He didn't look like a little bitch like he said John Cena did, but a lot of people are saying that he got owned, and then this was a test to see how Roman would do, and he failed miserably. No, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, how do you expect to beat John Cena on a fucking mic battle when this guy used to fucking freestyle on the mic every goddamn week? Cena coming out to the ring back in the Ruthless Aggression era. This guy is a mic guy. He's a good mic guy. He's a great mic guy. I'll give it to Cena. I mean, that's going to be one of the parts of his legacy. But has Cena ever really lost a mic, a promo battle? Not really. Not some people have brought it and done the cool heel things that I was talking about before. But aside from that, he always comes back and he always starts out real slow and he comes back and he starts yelling. By the end of it, I'm going to kill you after you attitude of fire. Yeah, exactly. He always does that. Unless he's but he's good at it. Unless he's cuffed. Unless he's not supposed to talk back. then, you know, he does get owned, per se. But like, when he's allowed to just say whatever he wants, he owns them, as you've seen. Like, you know, this WrestleMania program with The Miz. Miz basically ran him down for fucking weeks until Cena finally got the final word in the week before WrestleMania and tore him a new asshole. Right. So we all know that Cena is awesome on the mic. Anyway, this is going to be an interesting match. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I know that they've been building this. They want Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania. I think this should be a main event caliber match at WrestleMania. I don't know why they're wasting this at No Mercy. Yeah, especially when you have Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar, which I guess maybe we'll get into. But yeah, you know, I mean, that alone is a good main event. Why do you need such a fucking like a super match like that? Is I don't know, like it's not like Shinsuke versus Cena. It's the top dog of this generation versus the top dog of the Ruthless Aggression era. Yeah. It's a totally different stuff. It's a totally different level.
I'm totally okay with them throwing away like a WrestleMania match, especially with how WWE has done the dream matches in the last couple of years. For the most part, we don't get them almost ever anymore. I mean, when was the last time we had a legit dream match in WWE?
Rock and Cena.
Yeah, that was a long time ago now.
It's a couple of years ago now.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I mean...
Let's say, that was 29... 28 was the first one.
29 was the rematch. WrestleMania we're talking about.
We just had, what, 33?
Yeah.
33, right?
Yeah.
So that's a couple of years ago.
Yeah, okay, so now we're coming up on 34 now. So, yeah. But I mean, that was a while ago. I mean, you used to get, you know, WrestleMania used to be, you'd get maybe one dream match each WrestleMania, and then sometimes you get two in one Mania. Maybe one year they miss one, and then they come back with a big one the next year. But, like, WWE's been lacking, like, big-time matches for a couple years now. This one means a lot. And I'm okay with them throwing it out on No Mercy. Maybe it makes No Mercy a good pay-per-view then. I'm all for having good pay-per-views. I don't need just WrestleMania to be a good show.
Well, this is what happens over the years when you have multiple part-timers coming back for many years.
Yeah.
You know, this was a problem that kind of was disguised for many years because, hey, you know, we got this guy here, let's have, blah, 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 Hulk Hogan fight The Rock at WrestleMania 18.
Right.
Or,
but they only want to wrestle at the WrestleMania.
Well, that's the big payday.
Yeah, and get the big payday. So the fact that they have a part-timer in John Cena now, who will still wrestle other pay-per-views, this is a good opportunity to make a pay-per-view that's probably would normally suck, make it a little better.
Right.
I'm all for it. It is a little strange that they are doing this very quickly, going in No Mercy. Very quickly. But, I mean, as the promo has already shown, this has the potential to be maybe Program of the Year if the match goes well.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Chance. Someone actually brought on Periscope. I know it's not part of our docket, but do you think they should ever bring back King of the Ring? I think we'll have opposite opinions on that. I think it's kind of a good topic, honestly. That's why I brought it up.
I would not bring it back, only because they did it. I mean, the last time I want to say it was a significant win for anybody was when Brock. I almost said Brock Nelson. I'm in fucking hockey territory, but it's a hockey player. Brock Lesnar won it in 2001, I want to say it was, or 2. I think it was 2002.
15 years ago.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was the last... I'm not saying that was the last one they had. That was the last good one they had. And they had it for several years after that. Then it went away. Then they brought it back. Then they made it like a Raw TV thing. And then
Booker!
Yeah, King Booker was good, but it was because of him. It wasn't like the tournament itself was good. I don't know. I wouldn't bring it back. They've got all these tournaments going on the network now. They got the Mae Young Classic going on. They had the Cruiserweight Classic and the UK tournaments, which are all really good.
I would only say if they don't do like roster shakeups a lot, I think it would be cool to bring it back just to have like intercompany matches. Like
I could see
like that. A KO versus a I don't know, like I'm not gonna say Big Cass. I don't know. Maybe we've seen a lot of these matches already, but
seen enough.
Maybe we've seen enough. Anyway, what do we got next here?
I mean, we can go in any order we want. I just briefly mentioned the Mae Young Classic. I don't know if you guys watch it. Fred, I don't know if you've watched any of it.
I have not gotten a chance yet.
I just started watching it today, actually. I watched, like, the first 2 episodes, I want to say.
Hasn't really piqued my interest as much as the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, I had heard reports that a lot of the women in the tournament. I started talking about women, my voice cracked.
Why would you even crack?
I don't know. I'm still going through puberty, apparently.
Yeah, really.
But no, what I had read was that a lot of the women in the tournament are like kind of green and not like a lot of ring experience.
So the opposite of the Cruiserweight Classic.
Right, it's basically the opposite of the Cruiserweight Classic. So I kind of was going in with low expectations. There are some like veterans who have been wrestling for 15 years, across the world and whatnot. But I want to say at least through the first 2 episodes, there was a couple duds. Some of the matches were like less than 5 minutes long, and I was like, these are terrible. And it's not a long tournament too. It's not like the Cruiserweight tournament. I think it's a lot shorter.
I'm waiting for like more of the quarterfinals, semifinals, finals type of thing.
Yeah. I do want to say anybody who's actually wanting to check out Jazzy Gabbard versus Abby Lath from the first round. Maybe my favorite of the first round, although I haven't seen half of them yet. So, but that's definitely a good one. I think it was the first episode. Might have been it was the first episode. I think it was the main event of the first episode.
The only one I liked is Candice LeRae. I like her. She's in. She usually fights a lot in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla against the guys and stuff like that. She's really good.
Oh yes, Selena from the Straight Edge Society was in it. It was weird to see her with hair. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Hopefully she bring her back. I liked her.
She had a pretty decent match. Not great, not bad. It was weird to see her with hair because I was used to her with her bald head.
I liked her.
I liked her too. Kind of hot. What?
Something's happening on our pop audio part.
What just happened?
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Sorry, guys.
The record button, maybe. Give us a second. Sorry, guys.
Anyway, whenever this thing is going to start deciding to working. Fuck! We lost our fucking audio feed.
No!
What's going on? Anyway,
on Periscope, it's funny because anyone that keeps saying hardcore, it just keeps saying should you report it as abuse or not.
My fucking shirt says it right here, like it's okay. Oh, the audio feed is back. All right, now I'm gonna have to do some fucking editing tomorrow. I can't wait.
We only lost 5 seconds.
Did you catch that as soon as it went up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I won't fucking edit it up. Sorry for the little glitch in the audio for our audio viewers.
Anyway,
audio listeners, I should say.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of women.
Yep.
Women. Woo men. We have another Raw Women's Champion again. Guess who it is? Is it Charlotte? Is it Becky?
No.
Is it Emma?
No.
Is it Lana?
No.
Is it maybe I don't know. Is it Mickie James and maybe Mickie James pulling upset?
No, Fred, it's fucking Alexa. She won the goddamn title back.
But she just lost in a SummerSlam.
Dude. This is why doing
I will strip for you.
Oh Jesus Christ! It's in front of me. The live feed is right in front of me, so I'm just going to close my eyes.
I'm going to show you my thing over the Steel Chair magazine. Oh
no! All right. So now we're back on the tracks here.
My dick's gonna show up one day.
Yeah, it's totally gonna happen. Can't wait. I'm so fucking happy we're in a basement together here.
I do like
this. Is why I hate predicting pay-per-views, because
it doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything because I said, and I think you said that Alexa. No, you went with Sasha. I think
I went with Sasha because I thought Alexa was losing her fucking, her momentum.
Yeah, and you were right. She did win, and my argument was like, I think Alexa's going to retain because she's going to get into a program with Nia Jax. And Fred was technically right because she did win the pay-per-view match. So why do we even do pay-per-view predictions when they just erase it the next week? And then I'm right because guess what? Alexa won the fucking match. Nia Jax came out to fucking celebrate with her and turned on her. So, like, what was the point?
What was the point of this?
Why do they do this with the women's title, especially with Sasha Banks? Why is Sasha Banks only going to have the title for like a week? 2 weeks. Like, why is this a thing? Can anybody explain this?
What does it do? And I actually
it makes me not believe in her. Like, I'd rather she never had the title at all, so I'd be more invested in her challenging for the title. Because now I don't care.
Well, it's funny you should bring that up, is because Sasha Banks was just recently on the Sam Roberts show.
Oh, great!
And she was basically saying that she is not she's not really happy with the, like, when she was in NXT, they'd have a long program and they would know where things were going for months and months and stuff like that. And then she's just kind of, now that she's on Raw, she just kind of handed over something like an hour before she has to do it, and and she's just like, okay, I gotta make this work, I guess, or something like that. So, in their defense, it's not their fault. Well, obviously, it's not their fault.
It's not their fault
because it's the booking. But it's what is? I don't understand the strategy behind it. What is the strategy? You keep the fucking title on Jinder Mahal for all these months. Yeah. And fine, whatever. You keep. Am I excited about the return of Demolition? They're not coming back, so I don't think so. You mean the Ascension? They're around.
Nah, he's been trolling this whole time talking about.
I wish we could block him.
We can, but no, let's keep him around. He's just fucking around.
Okay. Dude, like, but what is the point of it though? I can see when Jinder has it for a while, right? I know we don't like Jinder, okay, but when someone finally beats him, it's gonna be fucking awesome because. Finally the belt will be off of him.
As much as I hate Jinder, that's good booking. That's like, you want to hate the guy.
Whatever,
even if the guy fucking sucks, him holding on to the title over guys like Shinsuke and other guys, like, it's good booking because, you're right, as you said, once he's finally defeated, then it's like a big fucking deal. But when fucking Sasha and Alexa, and when she was doing it with Charlotte, were flipping the titles back and forth, who cares? Who fucking cares?
And then they cut this promo, like, the next week where they're like, I gotta thank all of you fans for making this happen for me! And they have to keep saying, but they do it like 4 times. It's like, how many times can you give that inspirational fucking promo to the crowd, where the crowd's finally like, okay, dude, like, the first time was cool, we got it, but the 4th time around, no, we ain't buying it this time. Can you imagine Hulk Hogan doing that every time? He's like, oh, I gotta thank everybody out there. Like, no, he just won the fucking title, and that would be it,
But, what's, like, really annoying is that they keep throwing around the fucking women's revolution term, which is, like, so over-fucking played, and... how is this a revolution? Because maybe the matches are much better. Maybe the talent is much better than it was 5 years ago.
I am single.
I just don't understand. Like, the booking really hasn't changed much. Maybe there's less bra and panties matches. Maybe there's less, like, wrestling mud matches, but...
I would rather see titties at this point. I don't fucking care. At this point, I would rather see Becky Lynch's fucking tits out on television.
Becky Lynch? Where's that come from?
Because I love Becky Lynch.
Oh, okay.
Don't tell Corey.
I just don't get it. It's like they don't care about how the women's division's booked. They buried Bayley, made her look like a little bitch. They've made Sasha win the title 4 fucking times and drops it the next time she has to defend it every single time.
So there's no value in that.
They moved Charlotte to SmackDown and made her kind of like an afterthought. Like, they threw Naomi the fucking title randomly a couple months ago.
Right, that's the only person that's actually kept the title for this long.
Yeah.
Is Naomi.
Yeah.
Since WrestleMania.
And then guess what? She dropped it to fucking Natalya, so, I'm sorry. You don't get the right to call this a fucking women's revolution when you're still making terrible booking decisions like you did like fucking 5 years ago. There's nothing different about this.
Crazy.
This is the same shit. Like,
it's
when
fucking nuts,
Candice Michelle and Kelly were fucking women's champion or divas champions with Michelle McCool. Like, this is fucking terrible.
Lay Cool's women.
I like Layla. I fucking hated Michelle McCool.
I liked their...
her name was McCool.
No, but
her name was McCool.
That was a stupid last name.
It's a fucking terrible last name.
I know, but I remember when they had the women's title together, and it was like broken.
That was kind of cool. I'll give it
that was kind of cool. I like that. Shut up. No, you shut up.
No, you shut up.
Shut up. So anyway, it's just whatever.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to this one next.
All right, you go for it.
This one was kind of like my thing because this was really annoying. Okay, so Emma and Mickie James had this we're already talking about the women's revolution, right? So let's talk about Mickie James and Emma's mini program they had right here. Thanks for doing that right into the mic. That was really good. I'm gonna trample over my.
Hey, oh look at that! I'll bump into the microphone.
The secret number is 912.
Shut up.
So they did this thing where they confront each other backstage, and Emma is so bad at talking. It's no wonder why they dropped the Emelina gimmick, where she was supposed to basically be what Lana is doing right now, like a sex object, like dancing around with her fucking tits out. But fucking Emma, she keeps calling herself the inventor of the women's revolution. I'm like, you never.
When was that?
You never won a women's title, so
what women's revolution are you talking about?
Yeah, at least when Paige used to say that when she was still around, you were kind of like, I guess you could kind of say that.
She rooted for it. She was actually on top of the chair, asking for women's revolution in front of all the divas. Do you remember that backstage?
Yes, right.
Paige actually did start that.
Yeah. So, when Emma was saying this, it was just so bad, and then, it became this, battle, if she says this, she can't say she's the inventor of the women's revolution. But if she loses, she can pick whatever fucking hashtag she wants, and Mickie is going to fucking tweet it out. I'm like, this is not a women's revolution. This is terrible.
You know what was a women's revolution?
Is terrible.
You know what was a women's revolution?
What?
Trish Stratus.
Yes.
Mickie James.
Yes.
Victoria.
Yeah.
Jazz. She was part of the group.
Yeah. She wasn't that good though.
Yeah, she helped. Having the first ever women's hardcore match. Fucking Lita. Those
Victoria.
people. I said that already. But,
okay, sorry.
But, those people, that was the real women's revolution.
Yeah.
This is a fucking joke now, people.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be this way because, these are they're great talents. They're probably even better than people like Trish and Victoria and Mickie James
probably.
and stuff like that. They are better than them.
It took Trish a long time to get decent in the ring. I mean, she was around for a while before she got good.
They're better than her automatically.
They're better than her now.
The booking is just terrible.
Yeah. It's just I've just been so tired of hearing the words "women's revolution" thrown around when they were doing all these great fucking things in NXT. And then when they get called up, they just treat them the same as every other fucking diva. There's nothing different at this point. Give somebody a fucking, crazy title reign. Give Charlotte, a fucking 2 years title reign. When she was the champion on Raw, it was good. It was good. But then, since they moved her to SmackDown, everybody got split up. And, I mean, I can't. I'm so tired of hearing about it. Sorry, I had a vent about Emma and her terrible promo a little bit there. So what do you want to go to next, Fred? Got a couple things on the dock. We got some comments here. Charlotte is a goddess. Yes, she is. Woo!
Yes, she is. I do love her.
Christopher Cruz says, should the winner of the women's tournament win the NXT women's title? I wouldn't say win the title. I would say maybe challenge somebody from NXT in a finals match, maybe?
Well, it was almost like
the Cruiserweight title, you're thinking?
Yeah, when they, maybe they should have gotten brought up to NXT or something, but it didn't really happen that way.
Yeah, but they didn't have a Cruiserweight division to also feed off of. There's also women wrestling in NXT who are not in this tournament here.
I think they'll do a couple things where a couple people have great matches, and then Triple H will come out and raise their hand, basically giving them the Cedric
Alexander.
basically giving them let's call it the Cedric.
We'll call it the Cedric.
Yeah, the Cedric signing, meaning
it sounds racist. I don't know.
WANA podcast, get off our Periscope feed. Dude.
Why are they always here? I
can't stand you. I'm so glad we finally defeated you at the SummerSlam Showdown.
Yeah,
and you know what?
We really
Rumble
killed them.
I fucking pounded their ass.
Phrase it?
I fucking pounded the living shit out of them.
God.
And when I was done pounding them, shit fell out.
Oh, God, dude, I don't understand how you don't see how terrible you are at phrasing things.
I phrase just fine.
Oh, you do?
I do. I know how to phrase the fuck out of them.
He does.
And when I'm done with them, I was drunk. Okay, guess what? I could fucking beat you when I'm drunk. Imagine if I'm sober? You're fucking done, Rob, Ed, and Cliff.
Smiley says it sucks what they've done to poor Bayley. I can't stand how WWE treats her, basically. WNA wants to have a
Survivor Series rematch. Bitch?
Bitch? Who's the bitch?
I mean, you know, I might be busy that day. I'm just saying, like, whatever day it's going to be, I might be busy. I don't know. I'm just saying. You know.
Fred plans ahead a little bit.
I mean, I don't know when we would do it, but maybe I'm busy.
I would assume it would be.
I mean, you know, now that the challenge has been set, I got plans there. November's a very busy month.
I can't commit. I have no comment on this matter.
As long as the fireball goes down my mouth, the challenge is on.
Goddamn phrasing. Oh my god. So
Rob, get this. Your ass
is glass.
And I'm gonna shatter it.
Sorry.
I'm gonna shatter your glass ass.
You know, what's a really fun thing that we never talked about is remember we used to when we were we first used to go out as a group of friends to restaurants. We would go somewhere cheap, TGI Fridays or something. That would always be the first place everybody goes to. And every time somebody would drop a glass bottle, you and me would look at each other and go, and everybody would hear it and be like, what the fuck is happening?
And they're like, those two guys get laid a lot. Those guys are the sexiest guys ever. They get pussy every night.
That's what my back then future wife said too. She's like, oh my god, why am I sleeping with him?
Why am I letting his penis into my vagina?
She still probably wonders that.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Whenever I mention to a girl wrestling, they're like, oh. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm like, they're like,
what else we got on the docket here, Fred?
Stay, you're so sexy, beautiful lady.
You want to talk about that one, Fred? It's your thing.
So, early rumors, don't know how true it is or true it be, but there are rumors that Batista is going to be an early rumored entrant into the 2018 Hall of Fame this year.
Wow, that's early to have a rumor like that coming out.
I know, that's why I saw the article and I was like, I didn't know if it was fake news or not, but from the MSM, but I was trying to decide whether that would be a good plan to do, and I think at this point, you know, some people were saying Batista hasn't done shit for WWE, but he was the number 2 guy in the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yeah, no, he's a legend now. He's reached that status. It's been enough. It's been enough years where we haven't seen him since right before the Shield broke up.
Right.
Yeah.
If Edge is in it, then fucking Batista should be in it.
Yeah. Well, Edge was in it a lot longer, but yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Edge, Batista should definitely be in it.
2005, that was Cena and Batista. That was their SummerSlam WrestleMania year. Then Batista became a huge star. He wasn't Cena level, but he was then arguably the number 2 guy.
Number 2, definitely number 2. Even that Royal Rumble where they were the final 2 guys, and it was their first Royal Rumble as major stars together.
Yeah. When Vince came out and tore both of his quads.
Yes.
And sat there like a buffoon and said, "Restart the match, damn it!"
He's fucking laying on the ground because his fucking tore both of his fucking quads like a fucking idiot because he was pissed about
both of them.
How did he do that? How did he do that?
Oh my god, he was so mad. Remember when he threw the fucking jacket on the ground?
Yes, he was so
I didn't know if that was real or not.
Yeah, apparently it was real because it wasn't supposed to be that close to the finish.
Yes, Vince McMahon does like big, sweaty men. We do know that.
Yes,
for sure.
That's one of our comments on Periscope, guys. If you are liking our show, I've got some good news for you.
Good news.
I'm assuming most wrestling fans also play video games. Would you say that's so fair?
I would say if we're nerds, we would like video games also.
Oh yeah, wrestling nerds. Especially if they were stupid enough to give themselves and call them ooh, we have an alliance. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We're forming an alliance.
Yeah. Okay. A bald guy, a weird Vietnam vet, and fucking Mr.
I got in trouble last time. I got in trouble.
Tyler Perry. When you got the fucking middle-aged Stone Cold Steve Austin, the ragged Ultimate Warrior, and Tyler Perry on a goddamn podcast, and they're calling me out? I don't think so! That's it! Just like Survivor Series multi-man matchups. The Wretched Boys taking on the Alliance.
And you know what happened in the WWE's version of the Alliance? The Alliance lost.
The Alliance lost. Survivor Series 2001. Except someone betrayed them. So maybe if someone from the Wrestling Nerds Alliance might betray them. Will be Clifford L. Johnson,
No, definitely not.
Moist?
No, definitely not him.
No? He doesn't want to hang out with you.
No, he doesn't like me.
I would say, fuck those guys.
I think...
What?
It definitely wouldn't be Rob. Definitely not Rob.
No,
Rob's too much into himself to share mic time with me.
He likes you, Craig.
Rob?
No. Rob is saying that Cliff does like you.
Yeah, that's really convincing.
He does.
Where was I going with this?
I don't know. Cliff's talking about doing porno scenes on fucking Facebook. Do you see his status? He's like, who wants to do a semi-sexual scene on the new Tyler Perry TV show I'm doing?
What? Really?
Kinda. I mean, I'm kind of joking about it, but he has been talking about the sex scenes.
Anyway,
Challenge is on.
Challenge is on
again.
All right, sure, great. Can't wait to fuck with my audio again. Anyway,
they're done.
They're duns. They're Dunsky poos. Let's move on. We have a couple last things to talk about here. We're at about 45 minutes, so let's zip through these pretty quickly. So Bobby Roode made his main roster debut.
Oh, you're going with Ziggler on that because you said zip.
Oh, I should have. Damn, that would have been a good seggies. So Bobby Roode made his debut a couple weeks ago. He debuted against, was it Aiden English 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. And then this week he faced, where's it this week?
No, Aiden English 2 weeks ago, and then Mike Kanellis this week.
Right, Mike Kanellis. Oh, God, I love that theme song. And it's weird because, he had just left NXT. He was obviously a heel pretty much the entire time he was in NXT. And he got called up. He's got that great intro. He's got that great ring presence. He's got that great charisma. And the fans have obviously exploded for his...
Exploded all over their television screen when it comes out.
I can't.
I'm just telling people what it is.
No, you're not.
What?
You can take this one.
Phrasing?
Good.
I haven't really been watching SmackDown much. Well, anyway, whatever. I mean, Bobby Roode made his fucking SmackDown debut 2 weeks ago. Beat the crap out of Aiden English. People are happy about that. It seems to be that he's, then he beat Mike Kanellis this past Tuesday. So it seems like he's going to be a face in this company.
Yeah.
In the SmackDown
it's a little weird, though.
I guess, because
don't you think it's a little weird?
I don't think it's going to last too long.
You don't think so? Okay, good. Because that's kind of what
I
was kind of hoping and also kind of thinking that, I don't know, he's going to milk this, new love that he's getting, and then eventually he's just, I don't know how they're going to do it though. They got to do it. They should do this really well, because they should do this carefully, I should say, because he's got the potential, especially with this gimmick and the theme song and the reaction he's getting, to be a really big star on the main roster.
True. So
I'm worried about how they're going to do this, because bringing him in right off the bat as a face and having him beat low-level heels it's good to get him over, but at the same time, I want to see him.
He will.
Yeah, I know. I'm just worried about what they'll do. Will they keep him as a face? God, I hope not. But I just want to see. I want them to do this carefully because I think he's a big star, and they shouldn't just do it like, oh, he beats up fucking, I don't know, Shinsuke Nakamura. Like that shouldn't be the reason he turns heel. I want something really dastardly to happen. Yeah, like something really fucked up, and then it's like, oh fuck, Bobby Roode has arrived, and he's fucked, and he's gonna fuck everyone up.
He's gonna fuck them up, bitch.
Fuck them up, bitch.
Fuck them up.
No, that was my only concern. What do you think about Roode getting called up?
Maybe there'll be like an angle where like Charlie Caruso comes out, right, and she's crying in the backstage, and then everyone's like wondering what's going on. Why is Charlie Caruso crying backstage? It's like very unlike her. And then we all find out that Bobby Roode fucked her and raped her.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
You were cracking up midway, and I'm like, I don't get what's so funny. And it's because you knew you were going there, you fucking asshole. You fucking asshole.
Grabbed her by the pussy.
WNA, what the fuck? Can't say that in front of Rob, dude. Rob will stand up for the women.
Rob's a white knight, just like his fucking bald head.
Alright, we got a couple questions about Dolph. Dolph is leaving, so his last storyline will be with Bobby. Dolph's new rumored gimmick is he's a complainer. I don't know. What do you think about Ziggler, man? He's been cutting.
It's been the same shit for like 6 months, man. Let's fucking pull the rug off of this thing, or like, let's do something with it.
Yeah, I mean, well,
come on, man. Like, how many times can I hear Ziggler say, "I've been unutilized and I can't get pushes and I'm gonna retire soon. I'm not doing so good."
Yeah, it's
like, come on, like, let's do something with it already.
You know, it's weird because I used to be a real big fan.
Leaving soon? That's what people were saying on Periscope. He might be leaving when his contract is up.
Yeah, but I mean, there was rumors he was leaving. You know, in that feud.
His name is Smiley. I thought his name was Smelly.
Smelly.
It's one of the old little rascals, Smelly.
No, I just like Ziggler used to be one of my favorite guys in the company. I want to say like back in 2012 or something, and then, like, they kind of didn't use him for a while. Then he got injured, and he had changes in ring style, so he couldn't take crazy bumps anymore, which is fine, you know, whatever. Protect yourself and don't kill yourself. But,
yeah,
you know, when he came back, like, especially after he won Money in the Bank, cashed in Money in the Bank, then lost the title. I think he was stripped because he got injured, right?
Yeah, the concussion.
He got the concussion.
Yeah.
That's kind of where his whole career was kind of derailed.
For some reason, it was just never came back from that.
Yeah, he never came back from that. I mean, he never really seemed
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened
He was still feuding with Alberto Del Rio over the title, but he just never came back from it. It just, I think his momentum just got lost. And that was it, you know?
He's one of those guys. He had to be in the right place at the right time, and unfortunately, his injury came at just the wrong time. And he never really recovered from that, and he's never been really that interesting since then. He had that really good feud with Miz, where he put his career on the line
that was
last
good.
year. But, I mean, aside from that, Dolph Ziggler's been forgettable for the last 2 years. And then, like, I feel like these promos he's cut these last 2 weeks where he's, like, referencing all these wrestlers, and they're, like, you know, basically they've got these gimmicks that get them over. Like, he talks about dancing and wearing a glowing jacket, like Naomi. He mentions I forget what else he mentioned. A couple other things. A couple
other gimmicks.
I'm forgetting them all off the top of my head. But he's like talking about
to the ring or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
ride a motorcycle into the ring. You know, sing an opera like Aiden English. So he's like referencing that he's pissed that other people are, you know, getting their pushes ahead of him and getting at least getting roster television time while he's been off of TV the last couple weeks. But then at the same time, I'm like listening to these promos, like he's into it. He seems like he's delivering the promo good, but I'm watching it and I just don't care. I just don't care.
I don't think he's in it anymore.
I
think his mind is out the door.
You think his head's out of the game, right?
Yep. His body's there, but his mind is somewhere else.
Yeah, you know, the promos aren't even that bad.
Yeah, people have been saying is like, you know, on Periscope, but I do know also that he has this growing stand-up comedian act growing, and it seems to be well, I mean, I haven't seen him, so I can't judge if it's good or not.
No, I haven't seen it either.
So I don't know. I haven't heard bad things, but it seems like I think that's probably his new passion now is probably stuff like that or acting, and I think his mind's done. He's out. I think he's ready
right. Yeah,
he's got
kind of one foot out the door. It kind of reminds me of Jericho before he came back for this last run, you know, when he would come back sporadically.
When he got tossed in the garbage can, the trash can by Bischoff or whatever?
No. After the second comeback, when he did the second coming with the cryptic writing, that one was good. But then when he came back...
went to go for acting and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then when he came back like the third time, when he did the, they did like Undertaker type of vignettes. You remember those? They were weird. I forget how they were. It was like September's coming or something. And like those were just like when he came back that time, he just seemed checked out, and then he kind of got back in his groove in 2008, I want to say.
Yeah,
but that's kind of the vibe I get from Ziggler. Like I feel like they want to like reward him and give him like a gimmick of a disgruntled employee, but at the same time, I feel like he doesn't even seem that disgruntled. He doesn't. I don't know. His promo, like it was good. He made some good points, but.
I think he's just checked out, man.
Yeah, he might be checked out. I don't know. We have one last thing.
People have been saying on Periscope. I'm sorry. People have been saying on Periscope that he would be great in New Japan. I agree.
Yeah,
he would do just fine there. Kind of would look a little Kenny Omega-ish, honestly. But like, obviously, I don't think he would be in the Bullet Club. But it kind of would be kind of cool to have him.
He totally would be.
Cody
Rhodes is in.
But he looks. Yeah, but I know. But he looks like Kenny Omega though. Like with the with the wet
kick, he's the reason they kicked Kenny Omega out. How about that?
Maybe.
Boom, storyline.
All right, that's not bad.
Right for New Japan.
But he would do great there, I think. But even Ring of Honor or whatever. But I think his mind is ramen noodle hair. Definitely true. But I think he's on to other things at this point in his life, and whatever. That's he's been in WWE since.
2005, I want to say,
with the Spirit Squad. So he started,
and before that with OVW. So he's been around in the company for a couple of years.
I believe he was an amateur wrestler as well. So
he was.
He's been in the sort of wrestling realm for a very long time.
Yeah.
And, the writing's on the wall. They're not going to just put a fucking world title on him at this point. No. There's new stars now, and he's kind of just grown past, and his time has come.
It's funny, if you would have asked me like 2-3 years ago who would be a better performer from that point on throughout the rest of their career between Miz and Dolph Ziggler, I would have, like, in a quarter of a second would have said, oh my god, Dolph Ziggler.
Me too.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Miz, he's fucking terrible. You remember Miz, like, 3 years ago, he was, like...
Main eventing WrestleMania? At WrestleMania 27, remember that?
That was a while ago, though.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That was a lot. No, I'm saying, like, 3 years ago. Like, 3 years ago, he just kind of... He wasn't doing anything, and basically the roster split is what rejuvenated his career,
Oh, Miz has been so fucking good. It's unbelievable, man. He keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
I love that fucking... You see that promo... I mean, I think we did talk about it, but the promo he cut, like, when he came out and interrupted Roman and Cena the first time, like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And he just ripped him a new asshole, man.
Yeah, he was really good.
His promos are like...
See, and
he might have the best promos in the biz right now.
He did the same thing that Roman
besides Cena.
And Cena did to each other this week, where he did what I was talking about before. You got the cool heel he is saying, like, you guys are here main eventing where I'm working my ass off, and the crowd starts clapping. I'm like, okay.
It's like, why do you get a moment? Why do you get moments?
Yeah, that was a really good segment.
Why doesn't Miz get a moment?
Yeah, he should. I think Miz has basically...
Miz should get a moment this year.
I think he has talked himself back into the conversation of being a main eventer and getting a future world title match.
Oh, of course.
With his work the last year plus, so I'm intrigued by what's gonna happen for Miz in at least the immediate future.
Agreed, Craig.
Yeah.
Just because you agree with us stuff, it doesn't mean that we still like you guys. Like, we're the macho men of the PWO. We're totally against the establishment of the anti-establishment. If that even makes sense. Well, Macho Man didn't like Hulk Hogan in the NWO. Oh, fuck you guys.
Fuck us.
Fuck you in the ass. Until I can't fuck you no more, Rob.
See, why does that have to be...
I'm just saying how passionate I am.
I'm passionate I am.
Craig, are you trying to insinuate something about me?
Oh, God.
Every time?
Did you say inseminate?
Are you trying to insinuate? Now you got me saying it. Yeah. Are you trying to insinuate something about me? I'm not confused, Rob. Oh, my God. Craig, do I have to say this?
Go for it.
I'm going to say it with a straight face. I am straight. And that is for real, and that's the deal, and that is on point. I did not hesitate that time, and I made sure to tell you all that I am straight, and I like the puss. It's so hot in here.
I have one last thing on my docket here that I want to get to.
I love women.
Woo, man.
Woo, man.
Yeah.
Like the woman.
Yeah.
I love drinking that Tang.
Fred woos men.
I don't woo men. I'm like, woo, man!
I feel like Space Ghost with these like long, awkward pauses and just like nobody's talking.
Hello, it's Space Ghost. That's really bad.
It's a real good impression, Fred.
I know. I forgot what he sounded like.
It's like right up there. It's like Alex Jones. Like,
what are you talking about?
Carl from The Simpsons.
Hey, Helba.
And Space Ghost. This past week on SmackDown, they had a tag team match. Shinsuke and Randy Orton tagged against Rusev and Jinder Mahal. Who gives a shit? The match was forgettable. But after the match, Shinsuke got RKO'd by Randy Orton, setting up their number one contenders match for next week for the number one contendership. I said that already. For the WWE title. So, what'd you think of that, Fred? I thought it was a little interesting that Orton went for that. I liked it. I liked it too. I thought he was going to get booed though when he did it, and when it happened, and I listened. I listened to it like 2 or 3 times. He really didn't get booed, and I was kind of like, fuck.
Because he's like, that's Randy Orton. He's like, fuck you, dude. I don't fucking care. I'm not, like, John Cena's all about that, girl, sportsmanship, and like, Randy Orton's like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna fucking fight you next week, and I'm gonna fucking try to beat you. Isn't like, he's a totally different character.
Isn't me or does, like, Randy Orton get, like, 2 pops a night, and it's the beginning of his theme song, yeah, and when he hits the RKO, and otherwise, the crowd is just fucking dead silent.
It's true.
Right? Like, and then when he wins, it's almost like, they're like yeah, RKO! 1, 2, 3. Like, yeah, okay, that was okay.
Alright, now you leave.
That was okay. Right? Like, isn't it weird that, like, I feel like he gets no reaction anymore? I don't know, like, I feel like we talk about Randy Orton at times on this podcast, maybe a little too much, but
when he's in horrible feuds,
he's kind of like an enigma, like they kind of don't have anything to do with him. Like, he shouldn't be wrestling for a world title. He's already had it, 13 times? But at the same time, he's, like, probably a legend, probably a Hall of Famer in the future.
He's not getting another world title shot. He's getting a number one contendership, guys. It's a difference.
Yeah. Right.
So I don't think Randy Orton... I don't know. I don't think Randy Orton's going to win.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know. Maybe Bobby Roode interferes and makes the match null and void, and that's how he turns heel.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But no, he wouldn't face Jinder Mahal. That would be terrible. It's I just find like Randy Orton at this stage of his career to be like so uninteresting and boring, and like I just like I go in every week and I go like, what is Randy Orton going to do this week to annoy me? And he never does. He just bores me. I'm like,
it's just
like he doesn't do anything wrong per se. He's just
there.
He's there. Yeah, he's just there.
He's just there. And I think, I don't know, man.
Like I try to like compare him to Triple H. Like, didn't Triple H hit a lull? He did. Like,
because it's
like in Evolution, Evolution years. I want to say he was like just like, It's like maybe that's what Randy Orton needs. Maybe Randy Orton should be the leader of a stable and not Legacy. Oh my God, not Legacy.
No.
But
this
like,
you
know what I mean? Like, maybe he should be the Triple H of like a new Evolution. You know, like he's the former multi-time world champion. Then he's got 2 young and up-and-comers by him side. This sounds like Legacy. And then there's like a third legend, maybe Triple H as the manager or something. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just like, what do you do with fucking Randy Orton? And, you know, he's not going to retire anytime soon.
It would be a badass group. I don't know why, just like pulling this out of my ass.
Yeah, go for it.
Randy Orton and the Authors of Pain.
Right?
It's like 2 badass fucking huge ass dudes, and Randy Orton just like, maybe you could change your fucking jacket and maybe like come up with an outfit that's like kind of similar as them, and have Paul Ellering as
I could
as
almost
the manager.
I can almost see Bobby Roode in like an evolution type of like we dress nicely type of thing and we make a lot of money thing. Like I could see that as a potential.
I think he's
partnership.
like past that at this point.
What?
Randy Orton, I mean.
Oh, well, I meant if Randy Orton were ever to turn heel.
Right. Bobby Roode, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. What did you think I was talking about?
I don't know. I don't know.
What the fuck?
All right. I had a brain fart.
All right, so, I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. What? Anything else you got here on the list? I think that I had Enzo going to 205 Live. I don't even really want to talk about it because it's stupid.
No. Well, I mean, the thing with Randy Orton is that, like, the difference between him and Cena, and the reason why Cena is still able to get that huge amount of pop and, excitement and still in him is because you could try, like, say what you will about him, but, like, he still tries, like when he had the U.S. Open Challenge, like,
that was good.
He was trying to really push people and stuff like that, whether or not he did beat them, a couple times in a row, a.k.a. Kevin Owens, but, it's just that, Randy Orton, you can just tell he doesn't care. He's just there for the paycheck. And he's just, he's already got his titles and all that stuff. And he just tells them what to do and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much it. I don't know. I'm kind of... Cena still has, like, a fire still in him, That won't, like, die, pretty much.
That won't die, pretty much. Sorry, I just gotta block some stupid idiots on whatever.
Go for it.
I think it's this guy. Yep. Alright, sorry.
Should make it easier for us.
Yeah, they really should make this easier to block people in Periscope. Later.
We never really block people, but it comes a point where it's like, shut the fuck up already.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we should address the subtweet we got on Twitter a couple days.
That was weird.
We missed it until about a month ago. Apparently, some I forget his name. Oh, his name was Chris P. Lettuce. So he's a legit dude. Apparently.
Toss the salad.
Threw some shade at the Wretched Wrestling Podcast on Twitter by subtweeting us and not adding us, and said, I'm sure two douchebags on the Wretched Wrestling Podcast are totally not gonna wish death upon Vince McMahon, and what was the other thing?
And bash Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Do I have to conform to liking Roman Reigns? I'm sorry. Do I have a gun to my head where I have to like him? Like, no, I'm entitled to my own opinion. I don't have to like Roman Reigns. For the most part, I don't hate him. I think he's maybe he's hated a little bit more because of his position in the company. But I mean, for the most part, I think his program with Cena so far has been good. Fuck you fucking entitled shit. By the way, Fred, I went on one of my Twitter stalks. You know how I do that from time to time. So I looked this guy up. He has a little YouTube page. He posts Alabama wrestling videos from the 1980s. So good luck with that, bro.
Yeah, it's a real big market for fucking Alabama wrestling. 80s wrestling.
So yeah, Chris P. Lettuce. Yes, that was his name.
Yeah.
You could go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and pretty much, like, the stuff with, like, saying that Vince should die and stuff like that, like, most people think that, like, we're joking around and stuff like that, but I just want to let everybody know that I'm serious. Vince should fucking die!
Oh, yeah, he should. He should. I mean, he will. Everybody dies. I'm gonna die. You're gonna die. We're all gonna die. Oh. We're ending the show on a very poor note here.
Yeah, Vince will never die. He'll be like
we have a comment on Periscope. Vince will never die.
That's true.
Well, goddamn. Yeah, sorry. We
damn.
We're not very nice people. But
we are. I mean, I am outside of the podcast. Maybe you
outside of the podcast.
But we like it's a Wretched Wrestling Podcast. We're supposed to say fucked up shit.
Yeah,
I said that Charlie Caruso got raped by Bobby Roode before.
Yeah, well, you did.
She got trumped.
I think this is a little worse than that. Little worse.
Little worse.
Yeah,
you're right. We're in a group. Oh yeah, Bobby Roode and Styles were in a group called Fortune in TNA. I forgot about that. Right. Yeah, so they actually did do that idea with Ric Flair, of all people.
Let's see. Shane will take a bump from heaven and gain 35 years to his life. 35 pounds. That would be random.
Yeah, really.
All right. I think that's gonna pretty much wrap it up here. Fred, you got anything else you want to go through?
No, the list is done, and so am I.
We just finished the list. All right, guys. We're gonna tap out here. You've been listening to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast. Guys, if you don't follow us on Twitter, you should follow us on Twitter. We're at Wretched Wrestle. We're also on Facebook, especially for our Facebook Live viewers. You already know all that. But you can find us at facebook.com/Wretched Wrestling. We're also on YouTube, Periscope, Google Play, Podomatic, iTunes, all that fucking shit. Fred, one more time. I feel like we have a special offer for our fans out there. Do we have a special offer for them?
I think we might.
Yeah?
I think we might.
Oh, you want to take it, or do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could do it. So, Gamefly. Gamefly, people. I was kind of a little hesitant about Gamefly, to be honest with you, because, it's kind of, weird. I don't know. You hear about it for years and stuff, and, it's basically the Netflix of video games and stuff like that.
That's exactly
I do want to say that I did sign up for I
actually have to return mine.
Oh, there you go. So he actually was using it.
Yep.
So you can get a 30-day free trial. There's no obligations. You don't have to put a credit card down or anything like that. You just got to go to Help Us Out. If you could help us out, if you enjoyed the show tonight and future or past shows.
But I mean,
it would be awesome if you go to Game.
This is an exclusive offer. They get a 30-day free trial.
No other podcast provides
no
this.
No one. This is our thing.
They might provide a week or two, but 30 days?
30 days.
As we're doing this, everyone's leaving.
It is GameflyOffer.com/WWP. That's for Wretched Wrestling Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. See, look, and it's real. I didn't pay a goddamn dollar for this.
And it gets there pretty quick.
Yeah,
too.
I got
there in a day or two.
2 days it took me.
That way we could buy money on more alcohol, maybe upgrade our technology, maybe get a green screen. That'd be kind of cool one day.
What if we put on a green screen? How would we do that? This is live.
Just a big dick.
Just a big dick.
Just a big Clifford Johnson dick.
Oh, God. We don't even need to. You can see it out the window. It's so large. It's just in...
Just because it's nighttime doesn't mean that's his dick, Craig.
Ooh, dude.
What? I mean, you're the one fucking saying shit.
I did not say that!
No, GameflyOffer.com.
Gamefly
I don't know why they don't say Gamefly.com, but it's GameflyOffer.com.
But it will redirect you right to...
But we've been using it. I've been using it. Like I said...
Yeah, I use it too. I didn't pay a dime for this. My 30 days are coming up, though, and I'm totally going to cancel it, just like most of you probably will.
Yeah.
You don't have to stick around.
You can literally cancel it 5 seconds after you sign up, but it will help us, which means it'll help the show.
Play some WWE 2K17, possibly 2K18 in a couple months.
Exactly. I've been like I said, I got Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered the other day in the mail, and I can't wait to watch.
I don't know why, but I decided to get an Xbox 360 game because I was like, I want to get an old game. I don't know why. So I got a Metal Gear Restored game. So
nice.
I'm playing.
That's awesome.
And you know who's in that game, Fred?
Snake. Naomi. Oh, Naomi's in it?
Actually, she's not.
Does she have a title?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, okay.
But if she did, it would glow. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up here for the Wretched...
glowing... Oh, you're cutting the show off. All right, well, you cut it off then.
Wretched Wrestling Podcast. My name's Craig Dixon.
I'm Fred Robinson.
That's the end of our show. Donk.
We love wrestling.
I don't know if I do anymore.
I love Roman Reigns' sweaty balls.
What?
Peace.
Later, dudes.